And welcome to Two Idiots Reading Comics, episode 17. Today we're reading I Kill Giants. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We say that every time, but you never do it. Just kidding. It's like August right now when I'm recording this, so you might have. Don't take offense. Go follow our YouTube channel, Two Idiots Reading Comics. Go follow our podcast, Two Idiots Reading Comics. Instagram and Twitter, Two Idiots RC. And let's get into it. And welcome to episode 17, Two Idiots Reading Comics. Today we're talking about how Davis is a heartless bastard.
Apparently
has no
so.
soul. Just kidding. Today we're talking about I Kill Giants. 7-issue story.
All contained, right? This is
this
it, right?
is it. Let's get the credits out of the way. It was written by Joe Kelly, art and design by...
I've got
J.M. Ken Nomura.
Yeah.
Which, this is very manga-esque.
Yeah, I noticed that.
The Japanese name there. But,
Oh,
yeah.
is that it?
Yeah.
No color? Well, there is no colors.
A lot of image stuff, or a lot of indie comics doesn't have, like, a massive crew like the big two. So.
Well, yeah, where you just have a writer and the rest just kind of create shit off of it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Davis, did you
buddy.
cry when you read this?
No.
I know, because I did, like a baby, the entire 7th issue.
I did not cry.
And you did not have the book, so I was like, hey, don't pay for it, or
Well, yeah.
don't waste your money. I have it. You can read it when I come up to your house to record this. And I sat there and stayed up to watch you read it.
So I'm sitting here reading, and we always usually just hang out with each other, whatever. And when we read, we just do our own shit.
And he knows I usually go to bed.
Yeah,
like
but
at
he was
9:30,
finished.
10.
He was finished reading, so I was like, "Why the fuck you still up? We're not watching. There's no sports on. We're not sitting here watching anything anymore."
No.
And he's just sitting there, and I was like, I started a conversation. He's like, "No, you finished the story." I'm just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay." And then at the end, he's like, "You're not crying." I was like, "No."
No, he looked at me. He was like, "Was that it?" And I was like, "What do you mean? Is that it?" I was very upset.
Yeah, he went to bed straight after that. Apparently.
Yes.
Well,
But I cried the entire 7th issue.
I saw the mom death coming. Like I either figured she was dead or she was gonna die, so it was already preloaded.
Well, for me, it started as y'all should have read it.
Yeah,
We're not gonna deep dive this whole thing.
If y'all are still hanging around by episode 17, you understand. Like we jump around, we jump to what we want to talk about.
But she fought the Titan at the end of issue 6,
right?
And then issue 7, it's just kind of like, well, and basically it jumps forward and it's like a news broadcast. Is like a freak hurricane has come out of whatever. No injuries, no damage. But there is one child missing.
Right.
And so right then I was just like, oh no. And it's got the police there talking to her family.
Right.
And what's the other little girl's name?
Sasha.
Sasha walks up and is like, is there anything I can do to help y'all, blah, blah, blah. And she's trying to keep it together, but then the big sister's like, you're fine. And then all that shit just piled up, and I started crying.
See?
Because I was like, oh no, Barb died. Because I watched the video of Top Indie Comics or whatever, and that's where I found out about this book. And someone's like, it's so sad. So I assumed the mom was going to die. And then when it was like, no, it was Barb, I was just like, oh, fuck.
See, I had no idea. I went into this cold. I went just straight to reading. I was thinking this was like a world builder. I thought she actually was about to fight giants.
No, I did think there was going to be more giant fighting.
Yeah, I didn't think that the giant was her darkness inside of her for losing her mom, or her mom's about to die.
And she was afraid to face it.
The fucking bully.
Yeah. That fucking
fuck
cunt.
her, man. Just but I didn't. My whole time I was reading it, I was waiting on the punchline of, not as a joke, but as, all right, she's fighting the giant that is the ruler of the other giants. Now she's going to become the ruler of the giants. Like that's where I was going with it, not the fact that the giant actually was her own inner self.
She had to fight her. The
Her
whole thing
own
is
demon,
about
right.
fighting giants. It's like the giant she had to fight was the fact that she couldn't deal with that her mom's about to die, and that's seemed to her, in her opinion at the time, that's the only person who cared about her.
and her brother that
Yeah.
they kept blacking out. Did she lose a brother too?
No,
Because I was expecting,
they kept saying their dad left them all,
right.
but then like, I guess her brother. Anytime like before like issue, you eventually put the pieces together, but before like issue 6 or 7, anytime they would talk about the mom because they didn't want to give it away, they would black out the words.
Right, but then there was
No.
also a brother. They said brother so and so, and they never would give him a name. They blacked out that too. But there was always a brother sitting at the table with the
Yeah,
older
that's it.
sister and them. They always blacked out his name, and then all of a sudden they gave
I
him
don't
the
think
name.
it was important. No, he
was
was
it, was
there.
it the fact that they were just using the brother tagline as its mom? Like they were just hiding that fact? Is that what you were going for?
I think
or-
he had a name. They just didn't say it a lot.
Okay. That part I was
Yeah.
see for me is
But the brother
Again-
would act out a little bit too, but
Right.
then anytime they brought up the mom, he would get very
just,
sad.
Yeah.
because he was dealing with it.
Yeah. So again, my brain reading so many hero comics,
Yeah,
I went for the mom. The dad is a Titan that like the dad left him to
Mm.
be.
oh,
either
you thought
to
the
go
dad was
fight.
gonna come back or something?
No, I never thought the dad was coming
Oh,
back. But I
you
thought
like
the
legit
dad.
thought the Titans and the Giants were a problem.
Yeah,
And
dude,
that
that's
her
where my
dad
brain.
just
Yeah,
Went no.
that's where my brain was that
Not
the
at
Titans,
all.
like the Titans were real. Like all the shit that she was seeing was real. Like
just no one believed her.
yeah, that's where my brain was. Not. Then it finally clicked that oh shit, the dad left. Like
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, went out to
and
get a pack
then,
of cigarettes.
like,
and never
yeah.
came back.
Like the middle of that season is like beginning of issue 7 is finally when I'm like, oh, this has nothing to do with like
This is deeper.
like this is I went into this going the wrong way. But see, I
Yeah.
went in cold. I just went in.
Yeah.
I read the story, and that's where my brain took me was, where's the punch? Where's the punchline of?
Oh, there were several punches.
Well,
and
there
it hit
was
me
there,
every
there was
time.
hard. There was many. Once I look back at and sit there and like think about it, I'm like, oh, this is dark.
Yeah,
like this
no.
hurt. Like this one hurt a little bit.
No, it was like first they thought Barb had died, and then she came back. And of course,
So-
she's happy. And then she finally sees her mom, which makes me like cry, like happy cry.
yeah.
And then they
just,
flash
like,
forward, and it's like,
she's at school,
and they call her out to because her mom died, and then it's just like, fuck.
see, and during all that, I was like, well, we all knew she was gonna die. Like that. I was waiting on a much bigger
No.
world thing happening, not bring it back
No,
down
it's
to
an
earth.
elementary school girl dealing with the death of her mom.
Dude, how many comics have we read where there's elementary cool school kids doing wild, crazy shit? Miles Morales, Spider-Man, all that fucking shit. They're doing wild, crazy stuff as teenagers and kids.
Well,
Yeah, see my brain, and I went the wrong
you should have known
way.
by like the art style and the fact that I wouldn't tell you absolutely anything
Dude.
that it was not a normal comic.
Well, I was waiting on the big, like there's some big punchline coming at the end of that's what you were hiding.
Payoff?
Or, yeah, a big
Yeah.
payoff. Or
No,
so,
I wanted to see you cry.
all right, so.
So I didn't get my payoff,
Yeah, you did
Davis.
get your payoff. You got robbed just like I did. So the Titan that shows up
Yeah,
is a literal tornado.
I don't know. See, that's where they kind of played both ways. Where it
Because
was
that's
like,
what confused the shit out of me.
and because
It's like-
Sasha saw it,
right?
but the Titan came to her because they kind of set it up where like the school counselor finally tells Barb like, "All right, you keep talking about these giants. Tell me about them." And she breaks down each type of giant, and they said the Titan's the worst one. It only comes to kill what you love and stuff like that. And it only
Right.
bring darkness.
Yeah, dude. Now that we re-talk about this, like in my brain, I'm going fuck.
And
Like now I'm
then
getting that little
The Titan
like-
shows up, and she thinks it's there to take her mom,
right, but
which
it's
she hadn't
actually-
addressed the entire book. And
Oh,
so,
see now shit's like
she gets there and she's beating it up with the hammer that finally started working, Kovesky. And she's like, "You're not taking my mom. You're not taking the only thing I love." And then finally, the Titan goes, "I was never here for your
Yeah.
mom. I was here for you, because what you're doing is killing you." And
shit.
you have
Yeah.
to celebrate the time you have left with her and spend time with her because fuck, I had it written down because it was actually pretty.
You talking? Oh, that whole patches that he said. Yeah, that was
it was,
that got pretty deep. Like shit started getting a little wild.
I wrote it. Where is it at? Ugh.
Damn, you wrote a lot for this one.
Oh, I love this one. It's probably. Where the fuck is it? Titan shows up.
So yeah, while he's scrolling,
I could have sworn it said something in the flashback. Yeah, here it is. All things that live die. This is why you must find joy in the living while the time is yours, and not fear the end. To deny this is to deny life. To fear this is to fear life. But to embrace this, and ... Can you embrace this? ? You are stronger than you think.
Yeah, dude. I mean, now that we sit here,
I'm
like,
fucking tearing up right now. You
like,
motherfucker.
like as we're breaking it down, and like I realized, like, oh shit, like now that I
Yeah.
realized, like, it was not a world builder or like this other thing happening in the
Yeah.
background, like that. This
It was
is
not.
like,
It's not a like setting
this
up
is
a
this
universe.
kid's like
Yeah.
literally going through the worst time of her life. That
Yeah.
even the quick scene of the quick cameo of the knife going across her arm.
Yeah.
But again, I was reading in a whole different world.
Yeah.
That when I thought she was doing the knife on her arm, I thought
You
she
thought
was
this was
testing,
about to be like Attack on Titans.
kind of,
Yeah.
but with a little more kiddish play
Yeah.
to it. Because when she puts the knife to her arm and you've got the sound effect written,
Yeah.
there's no blood, there's nothing that comes out.
Yeah.
I thought she was indestructible. My
Oh, no.
brain went for, is she testing how strong she is?
No, I think she was just
She's-
kind of like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
fuck it.
now that now you sit here and like we talk about it, it's like the shit now in my brain. I'm like, oh fuck, and like the tears, like
Yeah.
now the emotional shit's like kind of
Mhm.
finally catching up. It's
Yeah.
like, but again, my brain, I was in a whole fucking other world reading this thing.
Yeah. No.
I was not in the world of this is this girl's like final like life.
Yeah. No. She was misunderstood, but let's not act like she didn't bring some of this shit about.
Oh
upon
yeah,
herself.
she brought a good chunk of it. The bully though was a
Oh
bully,
my
a
God,
normal
what a
standard
fucking
bully.
asshole.
But it just, I don't know. I went another world, but it's still
Yeah.
a good story. Now that
Yeah.
we sit here and break it down and talk about it, it's like
This is
pretty
now
deep.
like probably top 5. I've
Really?
read. Like I don't know if there's a hard book or hardcover version of it, but I'm like contemplating buying like whatever like the deluxe version is.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I've
Okay.
never done that with anything. So.
Wow. So you see how good it is for him.
Yeah.
No,
No, like
and
might you
again,
get you are stronger than you think tattooed somewhere. I don't know.
But and I know this doesn't hit. We don't have too much personal behind all this, and I don't want
No.
to get too deep with it. But neither one of us have lost anybody like this.
Knock on.
Yeah.
Knock on fake Target wood.
Yeah. So it didn't hit home in that aspect.
Yeah.
But it hit home on the bully side.
Yeah.
On some of the strength and personal stuff that kind of.
Yeah. And she fucking whipped that girl's ass too. And then,
Fuck yeah, she did. But so all right. So all the fairies, all the sprites and
she was just
stuff,
seeing
all
that in her
manifestations.
head. Yeah.
And
She was
again,
a big
the Titan's just a big.
She was a big D&D player.
Yeah, I called
So
that.
she
That
was
pretty
already
cool.
in that
Yeah.
fantasy world.
So the big Titan was literally a tornado.
See, I don't know, because like, do freak
'Cause-
tornadoes really just?
Because that's what kept me in
And
my
then
world.
Sasha,
Never says.
she
just,
says they go like they flash forward to the next school year, and Sasha's like, or the teacher asked, "Did anyone do anything cool?" And she calls on Barb. Sasha's like, "She fucking fought a Titan and all this other shit."
and maybe she was just saying that as like going back to Barbara's aspect of she was fighting the demon inside her. Not
I don't know.
actually.
I think they actually saw it, but I don't know. See, that's
See
what.
that's the part that kept me in
Yeah.
that realm. That once we finally got into issue 7 of like,
Mhm.
all right, this is it. This is the final. This is
Because
where
the
mom's
bully
gonna
saw
die.
it too.
Right,
So,
and this is where the mom's gonna die. That's
Uh-huh.
that's what kept me from hitting that emotional of.
yeah.
All right, so where's she go? Where's the
Yeah.
punchline? Where's she going with this? And
Payoff.
Not
Punchline
payoff.
is in comedy,
Yeah, I
guys.
know. It's the only word I can think of. That was what kept me in that realm of
Yeah.
and then now that we break it down, it hurts a little bit. So
Yep. Good. You deserve it.
yeah, it hurts. I'm not gonna lie. It's different, but again, going in cold, and I guess that's difference in everybody's reading.
Oh, yeah.
We all read things.
I'm
imagine
very
things
upset if we
differently,
like
and
go look at the comments and I'm the only one that had any type of emotional.
if everybody's like me and
Yeah.
like, well, apparently
It won a couple of
comics-
awards.
Well, it's so good that Amazon made a show out of it.
Yeah,
Is it out? Is the show out or
I think so. Or it's a movie.
or a movie out?
I think you might have to pay for it though. I
Oh,
think
okay,
it was like
one
VOD.
of those VO
Yeah, but
on-demand things because of COVID.
Yeah, but it might be like just a Prime original. I don't know, but Prime did make a movie out of it.
And again,
I haven't watched
saw-
it yet because
never
I just
saw
wanted to
any of
read.
the trailers or anything for that, so I had no idea other than when
Oh,
we
no.
finally realized
I
this
literally was
coming.
scrolling through Amazon Prime one day and it just popped up and I was like, that sounds interesting. But then I was watching videos trying to find indie comics for the show and I was like, oh, that's that movie I saw.
Yeah.
But-
But yeah, so it again, two different aspects. This is the first one that we both have differing
Oh yeah.
aspects coming in.
Yeah.
But again, like everything else, it's the standard, and that's
Everything
where
else
that's
is
where my
usually
brain
like
stayed was
The
standard.
superhero story.
And this is the first time that, so it kind of keeps me thinking of, all right, just kind of having more of an open mind doing all these indies.
Yeah.
Don't go in so
Well, I don't have any other emotional
Hard
wreck
hitters like
stories
this one.
that for planned up yet, but yeah, this is along with Fables. This is one I was like, oh, we're reading this.
yeah.
You had no idea. You're just like, okay.
Oh yeah. Mine was East of West and Manifest Destiny.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, I know those. That's about it.
But
But damn, going into it like this, it's definitely up there.
Mhm.
I'm not putting it in my top 5.
oh, it's definitely my top 5.
But I'm not putting it up that high yet. But enjoyed it, liked it, and definitely hope y'all reread it again.
yeah, you need to reread.
Well, yeah, now that I'm thinking this way of thinking,
Was there
I
any
need to go
moments
in and
you
read
did
it.
like? No.
The artwork was weird. It
Yeah,
took me a
that's where
second.
it was more of a manga art style.
It took me a second to realize, all right, what are they going with this?
Mhm.
And that's again my brain. But it was cool. Kind of half drawn faces, half drawn
Yeah.
people. The hammer, whatever
Kelveski.
demon she was fighting,
When they
in her
explained
head.
Why she called it Kelveski, I thought that was cool.
Why I missed that part?
Because it was basically a basketball thing.
That's,
She
yeah.
there was a baseball player with the last name Kelveski that I guess when the Giants were very good, hit like a walk-off home run and they called him the Giant Killer. And his last name was Kelveski.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that now. The fact that the sword or her hammer,
Yeah.
when they first showed it, now in my brain it works the way we're just talking about it.
Yeah.
It looked like a pencil with some
with like a
stuff
nail
attached
sticking
on
through
it.
it. Yeah.
But then what was really cool, what I enjoyed,
Mhm.
because the way I was reading it was when she pulled it out and it was full size.
Yeah.
it was like whatever.
The hammer was fucking dope.
Whatever I was going with, all right, she stands up to the bully. She
Uh-huh.
she finds her strength to stand up to the bully,
Yeah.
which she does in the way you read it too.
Yeah.
That's what gave her the strength to pull out the real hammer to go fight the Titan.
It wouldn't surprise me if
and
you
I
go
thought-
buy that shit.
Dude, it kind of looked really cool.
You can probably find that somewhere on the internet.
But I thought that was really cool. That I was with the idea of, all right, she stood up to the bully. She
Mhm.
put in she has found her strength.
Yeah.
That now she has the strength to wield the mighty hammer.
Mhm.
Not
Kind of like a worthy thing for
yeah,
Thor.
not going, oh, she found her strength, now she can find her strength to fight the demon off of her mom,
Mhm.
like, or out of her head to
Yeah.
come get her mom, and that was wild. But yeah, that was
I thought
really
it was funny
cool.
when she called the gym teacher a bulldog. Also,
Dude, that was
can we talk about how the fact that this little girl got away with just hitting so many people? She hit the school counselor.
She didn't get away with it. She
True.
ends up with the principal. She's got, by the end of school
When
year,
she's
she's
just
got like
super casual
2
with the
months of
principal.
detention.
Yeah.
And dude, yeah, just straight up calling the teacher bull dyke and saying, "Yeah, I bet you. When did you figure that out on your 4th or 5th girl or some
Yeah.
shit?" I was like,
Because
God.
she wouldn't give away or give back her purse or whatever.
Yeah, I was like, God dang. Can you imagine if you were ever around in a gym class and a student said that to a teacher? Dude, I'd be on the floor. I'd be fucking rolling if I was I was around for that shit.
Shit, what the hell did you just say?
Hey, dude, I would be on the floor. But then again, 5th grade, would you even understood what that was?
No, but we didn't grow up with the internet. So.
Well, that is true.
But yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing for you, the whole thing was a positive, or not positive, but a good story. Was there any like high points for you, or?
The bull dyke was.
Yeah.
There was probably some other stuff, but I still just can't get past the fact that you didn't have any emotional shit to it. But I guess we won't. We've been dragging these out a while when we run out of ideas. So, I guess you have any final thoughts? We won't force it.
Again, read the comic, read it again.
Yeah.
Really good.
If you didn't get it the first time, reread it, Davis.
So now I'm going back and gonna reread it again.
Now I might watch the Amazon movie. Hopefully it holds up.
Yeah, I mean it can't. It's got to hold up. From going from this, that's the problem with going from graphics to or written to movie.
That won like
this
awards
one better,
and stuff. So
they better hold pretty tight to that.
Yeah.
But
the only thing that I'm kind of hesitant about the movie is the girl on the poster looked like she was like high school age.
Yeah,
so,
looked much older. I guess they needed an older kid.
Whatever.
I don't know. We'll need to check into it.
But
other than that, what do we have for next week?
Next week? Oh man, that is a good question.
Black Widow, finally woven thread.
Yeah.
Correct?
Oh yeah, because last I heard, that is when that is supposed to try to come out. Now that is in the year 2020, subject to change. So
may come out on Disney Plus, may go to nowhere, it may just be absolutely
in
canceled
theaters,
like everything else.
But who knows? So we'll try, just like we tried with the Wonder Woman. So
yeah, we'll get it out. Try to line things up if we need to. But other than that, we'll be here.
Yep.
And we'll keep posting stuff up, and hope y'all keep joining us, or come join us. Spread it to your friends, and we can make this big.
But I guess we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
All
right, everybody. Thanks for listening or watching our podcast this week. Please either go watch our past videos or like, comment, subscribe. Please keep the interactions going, and we'll talk to y'all next week.